You've watched the tutorials, you've followed Mosh, you've binged Corey Schaefer, you've built your first blog app, you think you're a back-end developer. I'm here to tell you that you've been lied to. In 2026, 99% of developers are using Django to build application architectures that are already obsolete. They are building batteries-included graves for their projects. Today, I'm not teaching you syntax. I'm showing you the conceptual model that separates the 1% of elite system engineers from the code monkeys. We're going to look at the 3 fatal assumptions that will sideline your career in the next 18 months and exactly how to fix them. To the 99%, Django is a safety blanket. It's the admin panel, the ORM, and the comfort of manage.py start app. It feels productive because you can ship a prototype in a weekend. But here is the hard truth. Prototypes are not production. The 1% look at Django differently. They don't see a web framework. They see a blocking synchronous bottleneck. They understand that in 2026, the world has moved to high-performance, event-driven systems. While you're optimizing your Django admin, the 1% are rewriting your backend in Go or Rust because your Django app is choking on real-time data. Fatal flaw number 1, the Monolith Trap. Django is famous for being batteries included. The 99% call this convenience. I call it technical debt. When you use Django's built-in auth, sessions, admin, and ORM for everything, you create a tightly coupled monolith. When one part of your app needs to scale, say just your notification service, you can't. You have to scale the entire heavy Django instance. You're burning cloud credits to keep a dinosaur alive. Modern architecture demands microservices, and Django fights you every step of the way. Fatal flaw number 2, the synchronous bottleneck. I don't care about ASGI wrappers. Deep down, Django was born in a synchronous era. If you're building for 2026, streaming data, WebSockets, high-concurrency chat, Django is the wrong tool. You spend 80% of your time fighting the framework to make it async. Meanwhile, a junior dev using FastAPI or Nest.js is handling 10,000 concurrent connections out of the box, while your Django worker is blocked waiting for a database query. And finally, the career killer, ORM Lock-In. Most of you treat the Django ORM like it is the database. You design your data based on what Django models allow, not what the data actually requires. This is junior thinking. Senior engineers pick the database first. Maybe you need a graph database or a time series DB for analytics, but because you're married to the Django ORM, you force everything into a relational table. You're letting a Python library dictate your system architecture. So, is Django dead? No, but using it for everything is. Here's your roadmap to the 1%. Step 1. Unlearn the monolith. Stop building apps inside a project. Start building bounded contexts. Define your API contracts first. Step 2. Diversify. Keep Django for your boring CRUD content management, but for your high-traffic endpoints, pick up FastAPI or Go. Use the right tool for the job. And finally, master message queues, RabbitMQ, Kafka. Learn to decouple your services so your heavy Django app doesn't crash your lightweight notification service. The era of the Django-does-it-all developer is over. If you want to survive 2026, you need to stop being a framework user and start being an architect. Stop being the 99%. I want to hear from you in the comments. What's the biggest, slowest monolith you're currently stuck maintaining, and what's your plan to break it apart?